Rated F for fucking awesome.
Recently, we compared two superheroes, Dashing Super Guy and Kirby from Nintendo. In some ways, Kirby lost big. No big hair, no big muscles, no weapons, nothing. All Kirby's got is appetite. Kirby's Dreamland, the thrilling new adventure game on Game Boy. Kirby munches, spits back, and floats, saving glorious Dreamland. He's Kirby, and he packs a mean bite. Kirby's Dreamland only on Game Boy. Game Boy sold separately.
Who's Kirby? Behind the flabby facade, a physical powerhouse, a street fighter, a weapons expert. He's whatever the situation demands. In Kirby's adventure, evil King Dedede's stolen Dreamland's dreams. Now Kirby's fighting to get them back, leveled by nightmarish level. That's Kirby. He's cute. Till you cross him, then he's one tough cream puff. Kirby's Adventure, new on NES.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, TimothyTimPSP, and I'm excited to show you the Kirby Psp. Now I want to start off by saying this case is not the permanent case. I ordered a pink one and it was supposed to be here yesterday, and it's not, so it's supposed to be here today. But because of the holidays, I happen to have a few minutes, a small amount of time to myself where I can film a video. So I'm trying to take advantage of that. And this is going to be another one of my eBay PSPs. And I'm trying to get this one out over the weekend too, so people have a choice. The last one video that was just uploaded was Darth Vader. Check that out if you want. But let's get into the Kirby Psp so I can show you everything it's got and kind of tell you about the journey. Ooh-wee. Here it is. Pink and red Kirby Psp. Check out the screen. Brand new. Pink Psp. This Psp was a special edition that came out in Japan, and I happened to get a hold of one of them. And man, when I got it, it was in all right condition. The screen was pretty scratched up. I of course added the hot pink Kirby decal on the back, and check out, yeah, the steel pink UMD ring. Brand new, looking nice. I'm digging it with the red buttons and red shoulder buttons. Everything's working real nice. And like I said, when I first got this, it did not have a battery cover on it. And so I thought, hey, that's no big deal. Just order a battery cover. I even did a little research before I bought it. How much is a battery cover? Well, only a couple of bucks. All right, that's fine. Order one of those. Battery cover winds up. It's wrong. Now look, I mean, from this distance, if you look just right, it doesn't look wrong. Get it close. It's too dark. Doesn't match. I tried everything I could possibly think of, including ordering, 5 more pink battery covers that are pretty much useless to me because you can't tell online. It says it's a 2000 battery cover. Whatever. This is the Psp game. That's how it goes. Welcome to the game, bro. And anyways, I have never been so excited to hold the proper color pink battery cover and proper color faceplate, because I had ordered, oops, you all right there, Kirby? It's fine. I had also ordered the faceplate along with the battery, and it had the same problem. I tried retro brighting, bleaching, sanding, painting, beating my head against the wall to make this thing happen. Custom menu you can see here. Did I show you the screen? Not a scratch. Brand new screen. Replaced. Looking pretty. And it's running with 64 gig ultra fast SD, SanDisk SD card, running real nice and looking good. I'm excited to kind of have this thing done and put it online and give somebody a crack at it. A pink PSP, not necessarily my style, my daily driver, but I have been a big fan of Kirby for quite a while, and was really looking forward to getting a hold of one of these Japanese PSPs. Of course, converting things over to English, and you'll be able to see that everything's in English. It's easy process to do that. And so if you get this, you get what all my PSPs come with, which is a USB data transfer and charge cable. You can plug that in to anything you want that's got USB power, and it'll charge your PSP up. PSP don't care. Also, this PSP comes with a 2600 mAh battery. Now, if you don't know anything about batteries on a PSP, and you probably don't, because you probably don't spend as much time as I do, let me grab another battery and I'll show you the difference. Okay, now a standard PSP battery is 1200 mAh, and that's the milliamp hours. 1200 versus 2600, you're more than doubling your battery life. And the best thing about it is that's a new battery in there. It's brand new. So they don't make official Sony batteries anymore. I used to have an old stock of new batteries, but ended up having a problem with them because, you know, just as these batteries sit, they can start to develop problems because, you know, the PSP itself is pretty old. So, okay, so you get that. We get the ultra fast SD card. You get the awesome battery, super long life. And with this one, you get a pair of component cables, and this will allow you to hook your PSP up to the TV and play all the old school games and play all the cool shit on the TV in relative HD. It's not going to give you your, you know, your 4K 1080p quality, but I personally think it is fun and will definitely want to help get you by if you want to play on your big screen TV. Definitely giving you a bigger screen to play with, and things seem to come across surprisingly clear, especially when you're dealing with 8-bit Nintendo or even Sega Game Gear. So let me turn the lights down and let you see all the games and everything this has to offer. This one is one of my personal game lists that I put together that I felt should be on a Kirby Psp. And also I try to put games on there that, well, that I just think are badass and that need to be on any portable handheld device. And so, like I said, turn the lights down and take a look at what the Kirby Psp has to offer. All right. Here we go. Oh. Hi, Kirby. How you doing, man? Hey, I made this PSP. No, not again. Oh, God. The whole thing? Oh, you're so cute, though. All right, and here we go. Now, one of the first things you might notice here, let me turn the brightness down, is how I mentioned that this was a Japan only release. You can see some of the Japanese writing here, and you'll just find that in the extras category. And this one right here is for a, what is that, a 1 seg TV tuner that you used to be able to add to the PSP to be able to pick up like TV and stuff. I wish that was compatible, but now that everything's gone digital, that's not a possibility. But I think it's pretty cool that you can still see the remnants of that Japanese writing there. Also, the comic reader still works, I'm sure. If you want to export some comics to it, you can. I think this is extra cool because Kirby has a giant following over in Japan and has quite a few manga comics done just for the little pink bastard himself. So let's scroll over here to the game folder and where you're going to find all the installed games. Starting with the old school folder. Now I'm not going to spend a lot of time on every single one of these. But you'll be able to see that all these game systems, they are on here. These are full ROM sets, full sets of games outside of the Nintendo 64. That doesn't work so hot, so there's only a couple of games on there for you to mess with. And the arcade systems don't have everything, but they do have a lot of games. And on this PSP, if you're a fan of any of the old coin-op titles like Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, or Cubert, you're going to find those all on here in some form or another. Nintendo, we've got the Famicom, which is a Japanese release. Nintendo World Championships carts all set up there for its own emulator. Play some Tetris on Game Boy. We've got Game Boy Color. And of course the Super Nintendo, which runs great on the PSP now. Let's see, what else do we have here? We've got Game Boy Advance. I'm going to put it on pause for just 1 second. All right, sorry about that. So Game Boy Advance SP. And here's your Nintendo 64. I know it doesn't work very good on here, but man, it just looks nice. Just sitting there, part of the family. I grew up with these games. Been playing video games since I was a little kid, and a little nerd, as I'm a big nerd now. And I just wanted the Nintendo 64 to have its own little home here on one of my custom PSPs. Sega Master System, Birth of the Hedgehog. Blazing fast. And then, of course, the pinnacle, in my opinion, of Sega's achievement, the Sega Genesis. We've got your Game Gear, your Sega CD. There's a couple of titles on here, but don't want to hog the memory card with CD-based games. They can take up damn near a gig or 700 megabytes. That's too much, but you got some games on there. Back into the Stone Age. Bonk is on there. You can headbutt shit to your heart's content. And of course, you've got the Atari 2600. Atari 7800 is waiting there. The Atari handheld, the Lynx. Trust me, you're going to want to play on a PSP screen. The Lynx sucked. We've got the Intellivision, my personal first gaming machine that my parents got for me when I was a wee little lad. The ColecoVision. I always felt like the ColecoVision and the Intellivision should have gotten some like MMA brawl fight. Let's see if I can get this up to the mic.
So to stay even with Commodore in memory and price, IBM will have to slash its price, quadruple its memory. Apple will also be faced with a sizable chore, and so will Atari. As Shears and American Express put it, the Commodore 64 could be the microcomputer industry's outstanding new product introduction since the birth of the industry.
You gotta love that commercial, right? Oh, my cell phone kicked your ass. Ah, here's the Vectrex. And right in the beginning, the Magnavox Odyssey. I recommend checking it out. The Odyssey. The Bandai Wonderswan. Yeah. Play, please, please don't play with the Dragon Balls. Please don't play, please don't play, and please don't touch, and please don't play with my Dragon Balls, balls. The joke never gets old. Probably done it 10 times. Oh, and by the way, the Dragon Ball game is on here. You can play that if you want. Yeah. Yes, that's back to the arcade. Marty McFly. Take off your life preserver because you're going to be fine. You stay here for a while and play some old coin-op arcades. That is true arcade emulation ready to go. SNK's Neo Geo. Samurai Showdown and whatnot. Mortal Kombat. Choose that destiny. Play all the Midway titles in the Arcade Treasures shell, playing Midway games. So check that out. Capcom Play System featuring the likeness of Street Fighter. Enjoy that. Those are Capcom's arcade titles in coin-op form. That's the real software that ran in the arcade. In the palm of your hand. Same thing goes for Capcom Play System 2. And then we wind up at the end. The Angry Video Game Nerd NES games that suck. If you haven't watched any of AVGN's videos, after you're done here, I recommend giving them a look-see because he is, in my opinion, very responsible for this retro game resurgence that we've had. He's helped to bring it a lot of attention, and I have a million thanks to the Angry Video Game Nerd. Okay. Jumping down here to hacks. Hacks are ROM hacks or recreations of games that have existed. I'm sorry if you've watched one of my videos before and you're tired of me explaining this, but a lot of times people ask. Megamix, Sonic Megamix, one of my favorite hacks, is my favorite hack, and is done by the same people that have done Sonic Mania, which is available for download now on my Nintendo Switch. Sonic Hacks, same idea as Sonic Mania, but just a buttload of games in one emulator. Super Nintendo Hacks, it's a collection of recreated, reinvented, and re-nerded Super Nintendo games. We got the Mega Man titles. We also have the best Ghostbuster that NES can buy, Ghostbusters 2 on the NES. Check it out. NES hacks. I recommend Super Mario Bros. 3 mix, as I always do, or Mario Adventure, or Mike Tyson's Bite Off. I'll leave you to figure out what that is. And then the Castlevania games. The list just keeps going with all these PSP titles. And then here we go down to PlayStation 1 stuff. We've got your Crash Bandicoots, Vagrant Story, some RPGs, your Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2. The games list just keeps on going. That's a great thing about 64 gigs. Blaster Master Remastered. The Batman game, Army Men. Ooh, loaded. 007. The original Crash Bandicoot, going down to the second folder of PS1 games, Die Hard Trilogy, Toy Story, Gone Quackers, DuckTales, Duke Nukem, and Doom. The Aladdin game is on here. Here's Gex, Hot Wheels, Hydro Thunder, King of Fighters, Mega Man games, X8. I put them all on here. X4, X5, X6. With their animated icons. We've got Metal Gear on here. We've got Pac-Man Maze Madness, Oddworld, Parappa the Rapper. Just fun games that I associate with Kirby. We've got some fighting games. Primal Rage. We've got Rayman. And Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, an important game to have on there because it's so much fun. Now we're dropping down to PSP games, and these are the full games that came out for the PSP back in the day. There's X-Men, Ghosts and Goblins, Twisted Metal, Tony Hawk's Project 8, Thrillville, Tenshu, Assassins, oh my god, Tekken, the Ninja Turtles game, Siphon Filter, as well as Street Fighter Alpha Max 3, Star Wars Battlefront, Soul Calibur, what's wrong with Sonic Rivals? I'm sorry, I was paying attention to something else. Sonic Rivals 2, Silent Hill Origins. You know, bring the darkness out of the Kirby a little bit from time to time. He is eating everybody. These are both Ridge Racer games, 1 and 2. Power Stone, Papaton 2. Third birthday, sorry. Outrun 2006, great sequel to the arcade Outrun games. Check that out. Need for Speed, Underground Rivals, and the Carbon, and the Mortal Kombat. Oh my god, Metal Gear Solid, Portable Ops, Peace Walker, Acid. Woo! It's a lot of games on here. And then here's the second PSP folder, and that's got a little bit more games. And then the last one, Mercury Meltdown. I threw in some more Mega Mans. Marvel Nemesis, Lumens, Loco Roco, Little Big Planet. You got to have that on there because it's such a fun game. I have it on my Vita. Jack and Daxter, Infected, 30-Minute Hero. Oh my god, the games just keep on going. Did I pat Ghostbusters? Voiced by the original cast. It's a great game. I made this custom menu. I tell everyone to play it. So please, if you pick up this PSP, play it. It's a lot of fun. Dead to Rights, Daxter. Wait, is Daxter on here twice? Sometimes that happens. Sometimes, I don't know why Daxter's the one game that sneaks past me. No. Oh, it was Jack and Daxter is on here. That's okay. Darkstalkers, great fighting game. Crazy Taxi, both of them. Castlevania, Burnout. Oh, man. Assassin's Creed, Alien Syndrome, and ending off with my favorite Pac-Man game, Pac-Man Championship Edition. It's my favorite Pac-Man game that done ever come out outside of the original. Man, it's a lot of games on here, people. There's a lot of games. Do we cover them all? I think so. Let's flip the lights back on. Take a breather. Relax. We did it. We did it. The Kirby Psp is finally finished. Like I said, it's going to be coming with a pink case. If you like this PSP and you want to send me a message and tell me how fantastic I am, you can do that by sending me an email at TimothyTimPC@yahoo.com or check me out on the Facebook page, TimothyTimPSP on Facebook. Thanks for coming and checking out this video. The auction should be starting tomorrow. I'm going to edit this video very quickly and give it the uploady. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for checking out the video. Happy bidding. And one more thing. Game on!
Game on!
Yeah, game on!